What up, guys? Welcome back. Samwaki News Network. I'm going to read to you this article that just came out. Public access is important. Concerns arise over possibility of police charging for video in Ohio. Ohioans could soon have to pay to view police body cam video. Lawmakers in Ohio passed legislation allowing police departments to charge for each hour of video released. The bill now heads to Governor Mike DeWine to be vetoed. Veto that shit, Governor Mike DeWine. You could soon have to pay hundreds to view police body cam video. Lawmakers in Ohio passed legislation this week that would allow police departments to charge up to $75 for each hour of video released to the person requesting it. The fees would be capped at $750. Let's go ahead and watch this video, then we'll read the rest of the article and I'll give you guys my professional opinion about this. I think it's bullshit and I'm going to explain to you why. Pay attention.
You may have to start paying to get police body video in Ohio as lawmakers passed a bill that would allow departments to charge fees for it. WCPO 9 News reporter Alex Null shows how this legislation works and why some are concerned.
Police body camera.
But hold on though, bro. We're already paying for it. We already pay for body cam footage, guys. I mean, some departments charge a lot of money. $800. Some departments charge $40, $30, $12, $80. They do what the hell they want. Let's stop pretending. This is nothing new, but I'm not gonna lie, I'm glad that it's actual news because the people need to see what the hell's going on. People just be like, oh, just let them do what they want. The government, they can do no wrong.
Like this may soon cost you hundreds to view. A new amendment to existing Ohio law was passed by lawmakers late Thursday. It would make it so police could charge people requesting body and dashcam video up to $75 per hour of video. The fees would be capped at So
in other words, if you're poor, you're fucked. If you're poor, you're screwed. You might as well just plead guilty now.
$150.
To put that barrier between a citizen and its government is a real problem, and it's really going to hurt people who are not just poor, but working class and middle class.
Sean Vicente with the Hamilton County Public Defender's Office says he's having a hard time understanding the reason for the amendment. Ohio Attorney General Dave Yost called the bill a, quote, solid way to approach what he called an expensive, labor-intensive process.
Hell no. That's the same reason they gave cops qualified immunity throughout the nation. A solid way to approach an expensive, labor-intensive process. We don't want cops coming in and out of the courthouses. We cannot be holding cops and government accountable. So we got to do everything to have more umbrellas of protection for cops. Like, why? Straight up double dipping. You can't charge the people twice for the same shit. We're already paid for it. Give it up.
Footage is already prepared and provided to either public defenders or defense counsel on a very routine basis. So to actually charge a taxpayer for that footage is in some ways double dipping.
See what I mean? Keep calling it. I know this shit.
In 2021, Westchester police determined two officers violated department policy when they stopped and questioned Eric Lindsay, a 60-year-old black man. They were searching for a shoplifting suspect who was described as a white man in his 30s.
It's not okay. The body cam footage,
right
particularly in our case, and in so many other cases, gives clarity of perspective and confirms or refutes either side's version of what happened.
Civil rights attorney Fanon Rucker represented Lindsay in a lawsuit against the department. He worries about what paying for police body cam video could mean for future cases like Lindsay's.
In our case, it was absolutely essential. I don't think there would have been a claim to be had legitimately without it.
We reached out to multiple local law enforcement agencies to talk about the amendment. None of them wanted to comment. The amended bill now sits on Governor Mike DeWine's desk to be signed or vetoed.
Public access is important. The public's right to know, but the public's ability to find out are paramount.
In Cincinnati, Alex Null, WCPO 9 News.
Straight up though, if Mike DeWine doesn't veto that shit, you guys should vote him out because that goes against the foundation of freedom. You know, to give cops qualified immunity, internal investigations, police unions, so many umbrellas of protection. Along with this, the people have to pay a high price for body cam footage. That makes absolutely no fucking sense to me. The only reason why this could be happening, the only reason is to give another umbrella of protection for for cop, to give them a cloak of invincibility, you know? And I think that just makes it more dangerous for the people out there. How do you think the cops are going to behave with the people out there knowing that there's poor people who probably not even get the body cam footage? Unbelievable. Lawmakers in Ohio passed legislation this week that would allow police departments to charge up to $75 for each hour of video released to the person requesting it. The fees would be capped at $750. The fee was included in an amendment to the state sunshine laws that the GOP-controlled legislature quietly introduced and passed early Thursday. Look, I'm no fucking Republican or Democrat, but I gotta tell you, you know, I see a lot of bullshit on both sides of the political spectrum. The amendment has some people, like Sean Vincent with the Hamilton County Public Defender's Office, concerned. To put that barrier between a citizen and its government is a real problem, and it's really gonna hurt people who are not just poor but working class and middle class. That's pretty much everything they said in the video. Vincent says he's having a hard time understanding the reason for the bill. State Attorney General Dave Yost, a Republican, said the bill is a solid way to approach what he called an expensive, labor-intensive process. Vicente says that argument doesn't make sense. This footage is already prepared and provided to either public defenders or defense counsel on a very routine basis, Vicente said. So to actually charge a taxpayer for that footage is in some ways double dipping. Yeah. In 2021, Westchester Police Department determined 2 of its officers violated department policy when they stopped and questioned 60-year-old Eric Lindsay, who was black. The officers were searching for a shoplifting suspect who was described as a white man in his 30s. The body cam footage, particularly in our case and in so many other cases, gives clarity of perspective and confirms or refutes either side's version of what happened, said civil rights attorney Fanon Rucker. Rucker represented Lindsay in a lawsuit against the Westchester Police Department, 2 officers, and Meeher, where the incident occurred. Rucker worries about what the new law can mean for future cases like Lindsay's. In our case, it was absolutely essential. I don't think there would have been a claim to be had legitimately without it, Rucker said. WCPO reached out to multiple local law enforcement agencies to talk about the amendment. None of them wanted to comment. Of course not. Of course not. They're happy. Cops in the agencies are happy about this shit. They're like, fuck yeah, another win for us. Because fuck the people. It's the blue line that separates us from them. The bill now sits on Governor Mike DeWine's desk to be signed or vetoed. Mike DeWine, do the right thing and veto that shit. Seriously, do the right thing and veto that shit, because that is, yeah, man. If you sign that shit in there, you're just a fucking straight puppet, a political puppet, political parasite. And why do they call them parasites? Because they suck the life out of the people. Taking money from the people is sucking the life out of them. You know what I'm saying? What about if people have to pay for the body cam footage and then find out that the cops are wrong? Do you get your money back? You should be able to fucking get your money back and sue and get punitive damages. Every time you unlawfully arrest, every time someone's charges get dropped, bam, punitive damages. Make the cops and take it out of their fucking pensions. Take it out of the cops' pensions. Take it out of the money that they think they want to make. They want to make more money. Professional beggars. Cops are professional beggars, and they put it into law. They're not just professional beggars, but they force you to pay. That's what we're seeing here today, guys. And with that being said, make sure you guys subscribe and hit the bell. San Joaquin News Network. We're going to bring you all the police news because there's patterns here and they seem like isolated incidents, but we see these patterns and we're going to highlight them for you. That being said, thank y'all for tuning in. We'll see you on the next one. Peace.